So today, I wanted to talk about what enrages me about UK universities, and in particular the lecturer and professor class which rule over UK university boards and indoctrinate so many of our young people into the cult of left-wing collectivism. It's no secret that British universities are filled to the brim with left-wing activists, both students and professors alike. If we look at this article from The Independent in 2017, we can see that 8 out of 10 university lecturers fall into the left-wing and liberal categories. The article outlines a report carried out by the Adam Smith Institute. It states the number of British academics that are liberal or left-wing has been steadily on the rise since the 1960s, and that conservative and right-wing academics are particularly scarce in the social sciences, the humanities and the arts. The report also states that because left-wing ideologies are so dominant in the UK universities, that there is a real danger of groupthink and closed echo chambers of thought prevailing at UK universities. This article will be linked in the description if you want to read it for yourself, but I'm guessing since you found this video, then you are already pretty aware of the growing problem at UK universities. In fact, this close-minded echo chamber of groupthink has become such an issue that we have seen the UK Higher Education Minister Jo Johnson come out and say that universities must protect freedom of speech and not allow speakers to be deplatformed at their institutions. As this article from The Guardian in December 2017 demonstrates, quote, universities could face fines for failing to uphold freedom of speech if their student unions do not give a platform to speakers such as Germaine Greer and Peter Tatchell. This is directly from the Higher Education Minister Jo Johnson. And if any of you know who Germaine Greer is, she is a second-wave feminist in the UK who prominently features on Question Time and other public broadcasts. She herself is now viewed as not pure enough by social justice activists and left-wing activists at UK universities because she is not fully entrenched in the dogma of social justice. Mr. Johnson also states that some university groups are trying to stifle debate, and he is planning to bring in fines for institutions that fail to uphold free speech on campus. Isn't it just mad how the people who claim to stand for diversity are incapable of hearing opinions they disagree with, and how, in the modern day, having a political disagreement with someone is comparable to personally insulting them? But wait, there's more. At the beginning of 2018, a conservative journalist and director of the New Schools Network was appointed to the UK universities regulator, a move that of course shocked left-wing academics all over the country. Now, I've watched Toby Young on many media programmes here in the UK, from Question Time to interviews on BBC News. I'm not going to pretend we agree on all points of principle, but I always thought he came across in a very calm, collected, well-mannered way when talking about his opinions, and he created a very high Ofsted-rated number of schools in the UK. If you don't know what Ofsted is, it is the school's regulatory body here in the UK, and it rates schools on their performance. Now of course, Toby Young being a conservative, it did not take long for university activists to dig through his old Twitter account and articles that he had written years ago to show that he was not pure enough to be involved in the university board, so obviously he had to go. I am a little annoyed that he did cave to this pressure from the vocal far-left activists, but I do understand it. The man is involved with running some very successful schools in the UK, and this was probably something he did not want to deal with. Also, the fact that these left-wing activists mobilised to collect 200,000 petitions for his removal from the post shows their dedication to this cause and the greater culture war. There are so many more issues we could talk about relating to left-wing dominance of UK universities, like the fact that students who voted for Brexit are being denigrated and bullied at universities because of their political beliefs. For me personally, I find this issue very important as I'm a university graduate myself, and I witnessed the dominant left-wing narrative firsthand. This is why I made this video about the issue. I could go into much greater detail about how universities are dominated at the moment by the left wing. However, I want to keep this video short, as it is just a test for me to see if this format works and to see what people think. As I get better at making these and writing these, I will no doubt do further, longer, in-depth videos, but at the moment as I work full-time, I cannot put as much effort into these as I would like. So, if you enjoyed or disliked this content, then please let me know. Also, if you have any points that you think I missed in this short video, which I'm sure I have, then please tell me in the comments and I will do some more research. This is obviously my first real video, so I hope you bear with me as I grow and learn how this YouTube stuff works. But thank you for watching anyway, I really do appreciate that.
The most dangerous man to any government is the man who is able to think things out for himself. Almost inevitably, he comes to the conclusion that the government he lives under is dishonest, insane, and intolerable, and so, if he is romantic, he tries to change it.